All right. First and foremost, we want to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
double honors to our apostles, elders, and Akim Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect of Yasharallah throughout the four corners of earth. You know, as you can see what's going on throughout the world, Esau's showing his true colors more and more, to where his greed and his evil that's within him just keeps showing, throughout the whole planet.
Mm-hmm.
Brother Kariat, could you get me Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5?
I'm going to start up a little.
Oh, verse 1.
Habakkuk 2 and 1 says, I will stand upon my watch and set upon the tower and will watch to see what he shall say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
And that's what prophets are supposed to do. They're supposed to stand on their watch, pay attention to the signs and the times and the prophecies that are coming to pass on a daily basis.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
And everything that's supposed to take place will take place. Edom, he thinks he can stop the prophecies, but no matter what he does, the prophecies will still come to pass.
Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also, because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desires as hell and as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
And that's He can't just be grateful for what he has. He has to just take more and more and more. And when he does that, when he tries to spread his so-called democracy, all he brings is death, pain, and destruction. To where, you just look at what happened in Afghanistan. Those people were celebrating as soon as he got his butt up out of there, because all he was doing was causing them pain and misery on a daily basis for throughout the majority of their lives. To where the main reason of Esau going into the Middle East for the Iraq war was for that oil. It had nothing to do with trying to take out those that so-called started 9/11, even though that was all an inside job. It was all about greed and, just filling his own belly.
Yep, the poppy fields.
Yep, con.
You know what I mean? For Big Pharma. And he was in there for 20 years.
Yeah.
In Afghanistan.
Con.
I got a scripture for you, bro.
Con.
This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. It reads, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword.
Who's that red horse? That's E.
Yep.
That's Edom. That was his gift that he was given by his father Isaac.
That's right, bro. That's right.
Baba Gashak, could you get me Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21?
Yep, this is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. It reads, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
And as for the descendants, of Esau, these Edomites today, they go around thinking that they've done no wrong and that they don't have to pay for what their forefathers did. They do, because they reap the benefits to this day of the rape, robbery, and slaughter that they've done to the Israelites, our people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans.
I want to finish that Habakkuk. It's another because it says he transgressed with wine, and wine is his philosophy, his democracy, and all the lies that he pushes to get other nations to be in league with him, to be
Mhm.
allies with him,
Yeah.
and it's all because he want all nations up under him,
Right.
and so that that's why he put sanctions on countries that want to do businesses with Russia and China, South Africa, and North Korea. The reason being because he knows that if they form an alliance against me, how can I deal with that? You
Right.
won't be able to deal with that
Right.
because you're used to heaping everybody upon to you and making alliances under you.
Right.
And what comes with him, I'm gonna read the next verse, verse 6. It says, "Shall not all these things take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay." Now the Hebrew word for that word, thick clay or clay, is ibatyat, which means debt.
Mhm.
So when you go and lead these other nations, especially the other powerhouse nations in the earth, they understood that we can't do business with them because they're America right now currently in debt to China.
Yeah,
Mhm.
So it's like debt's gonna follow him.
that's right.
It's two D's that's gonna come: death and debt.
That's right.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I got another quick precept.
Come.
This is Sirach 12 and 12. It says, "Set him not by thee, lest when he had overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand,
Mhm.
lest he seek to take thy seat. And though at the last remember my words and be pricked thereby."
Mhm.
The scripture said, let this words prick you. I mean, let it stick to you. Like let it stick you and affect you.
Mhm.
Pay attention. Don't do this. Don't put this man by you because he's looking to replace you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's one thing that Esau did to a lot of the nations, which allowed him to be able to, you know, get into their borders, which was by forcing them into debt. You know what I'm saying? By putting his system giving them money, which they knew that they wouldn't be able to pay back,
Yep.
by enforcing all that interest, which allowed them to get into their land more easy and acquire what they wanted. I mean, we dealing with a cunning devil. You know what I mean? Devising all different types of mischief and deception, so that way he can be at the top, which the Lord wanted this man to be at the top.
Yep.
Because what the scriptures say, Job 9:24, the earth was given into the hands of the
That's
wicked.
the spirit I was just about to read.
Oh yeah, right. Read it right now.
Con. This is Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Mhm.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Right. So he covered the ultimate judge, right, which is Yahweh Shai. Okay. Even the icons, the relics of our people, okay, of ruling, right? And then he brought forth what? Like the brother mentioned, the philosophies, his ways, which a major part of that is his religions. Okay. Caesar, all right, that's a stronghold on the minds of even the other nations as well.
Yep.
They believe in Christianity, all right. They believe in the way of the Edomites. You know what I'm saying? He's the only one that's really a powerhouse over the whole earth through what he's enforced on everybody. That's how we can identify who Esau is. He's the wicked man.
That's right.
And as he's been in power, what do you think has been going on? Just nothing but evil all throughout the planet Earth. The scriptures say that the earth is exceedingly polluted right now.
Yeah.
That's all I had to say. It's on you, bro.
If you could get that article.
Oh, you want the article?
Yeah,
Yeah. I got you, bro.
What?
Was you down here, boy?
Yeah.
But that goes to show you, all you have to just take a quick look, who's ruling the world, to where, the scripture that we just went into, Job chapter 9, verse 24, you ask a Jake, who's ruling the world,
They hesitant to
they
say
hesitant instead of just being upfront and just saying what it is. Because it ain't the Chinese, man. It ain't Moab. It ain't Elam. It ain't the other, heathen nations. It's Esau.
That's right, bro.
I want to make a quick point, just to think about it, to land back on what Ira was saying. The thing about the situation is what Esau did was he how he basically brought a lot of nations to their knees and put them in debt is he made a covenant with Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
And Saudi Arabia at one point was the number one oil provider in the earth.
Yep.
And so if you wanted to buy crude oil, you had to convert your currency to the petrodollar
Yep.
in order to purchase oil. And at one point, before they started coming with more natural resources and natural ways, oil was the main commodity that countries needed to survive. And especially in the transportation industry. So, and then you people don't you use oil for all kind of stuff. Oil is converted to many different sources to as an asset to a country. And so people had to go to Saudi Arabia if they wanted to purchase oil, which means they had to do what? Buy it at the rate that America wanted them to purchase it at. And so that's basically how they would get countries in debt, because they would give a country a little more than what they could afford, and now they're in debt. They're in debt to them because they can't pay back on it. So that's another way. But then a lot of these other countries started getting together and they started doing pipelines, and they're using other sources outside of Saudi Arabia's oil supply.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, because you got what is called the OPEC, right? Which the acronym for OPEC, I believe, is let me see, let me get it real fast. Let me see. It's Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries. And when you look who's aligned with the United States, that's what you say, Saudi Arabia? Yeah, that's one of the number one countries that's aligned with the United States, where they producing that oil from. And then also it goes into what's being delivered over here to America. You know what I mean? So it gives you more of like an insight on these countries that make money off each other dealing with the oil and the petrodollar. You know what I'm saying? Just to back the brother up,
And then one other reason that makes this devil a perfect devil is because the scripture says earth is given to the hands of the wicked, like the brother just read. One of the things he's doing is this man is evil, man. This man is digging and fracking, digging into the earth. When you take out the oil in the earth, that's the earth's blood supply. That's like somebody come up to you and then just dig into put a syringe needle into your arm, into your veins and your arteries, and start sucking out your blood. What's going to happen to you if you're not getting oxygen and blood circulating through your whole body? You're going to die. Same thing with the earth. That's why the earth fights back. The earth has natural disasters. That's why you having all these sinkholes.
That's right.
Because why? Because he's pumping out the life support, which is the blood of the earth, which is the oil. And when you do that, you destroy the earth. That's why the scriptures say, I will destroy them who destroy the earth. Because this man is a perfect devil, man. Only a devil would destroy a planet start to destroy a planet that he has to live on. And you don't need oil to operate vehicles.
Right.
They have technology now. There were men I'm talking about years ago. There were men that designed how to operate how to use vegetable oil, water to power a vehicle.
That's right.
And they killed them. They killed that man, bro. Like, because you know why? Because he's gonna tap into their money resource. Is if companies that start using other sources of means of powering a vehicle, and they don't need oil, that means you done dug up all that oil and built all those oil refineries for nothing. They're like, oh no, we gotta kill this dude. He's bad for profits.
Saw him as a threat.
Yeah.
Look, bro, this is actually recently. U.S. calls on OPEC and its allies to pump more oil.
See?
And that was dated August 11, 2021.
And then they have these underwater sources of how they pump, because they don't just pump on land, they pump underwater too.
Yep.
And so when they do that, they may have a spill, and next you know you got all this oil pumping into the sea, killing massive amount of sea creatures.
Yep.
Only a devil do this. You see, you had the BP oil spill, where they had all freaking ducks covered with fucking oil, bro.
Yep.
Only thing you can see is their eyes. The freaking black duck covered with all oil. It's the perfect devil.
Even after they're done cleaning them, half of those animals don't even survive because they got in
They're
their
poisoned.
lungs.
Yep.
Yeah.
They die.
Yeah, come on.
It's on you, bros. Just want to add that in there.
Yeah, I got a quick one real fast. This is Genesis 27:39. It says, "And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword shalt thou live." So we know that Esau has a major military.
Yep.
Okay, that's one thing that they're able to boast in. In order to be a powerhouse and have control over the earth, you have to have a strong military. Okay,
Yep.
and who
All
are they?
four branches.
Yep. Who are they backed by? NATO and the EU, right? You have the economic part, and then you have the which is the EU, and then you have the military part, which is NATO. Okay, which the US is the spearhead of that. Okay, so they have allies that they're leagued to, that gives them that power to cause a mischief or force themselves upon these other nations, and nobody can really say nothing to them. Plus, when you go back into history, what was that miracle that Esau did to make the whole world scared? He dropped those atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Yeah.
Okay, what was it? Fat Boy and Lil Man. You know, which that radiation is still affecting those gooks to this day. Okay, and that was a part of that sword that Yahweh Shai gave to this man in order for him to have that authority over the world. That's what he rules by, is the sword. He creates nothing but instruments of death, weapons. Okay, all right. Everything around us really is to destroy. Okay, that's what he uses everything around us to destroy. All right, lives. You know,
exactly, bro. It's scripture say he waved his hand in the earth. How does he do that? By his military might.
Oh,
now this man got drones.
Yeah, bro.
He found a way to kill you without him even possibly being killed, because he ain't even got a man in unmanned, aircrafts, man.
That motherfucker sit back with Cheeto Dorito fingers.
motherfucker back in the base, hundreds of miles fucked away from the target with a joystick.
Right.
Control the damn drone.
Right. I told you to get your man out of there. But it says in verse 40, Genesis 27:40, it says, "And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, and thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck." All right. So yeah, that was it.
Yeah, it goes into, you still gonna be our slaves.
That's
right.
You still in the kingdom, you still gonna serve your brother.
That's right.
Yeah.
Even in your blessing, he had to remind you.
Right.
Isaac reminded him, even in your blessing, I done gave the best one out already.
Right.
You begged me for one, I'm giving you what I got left, but you're still gonna be a servant.
Right. Which is spiritual, because Isaac, which was Yahweh Shai, right? He gave the blessing to Esau. So guess what? The one that gave the blessing to Esau, he's the one that's gonna have to take him down. That's the spiritual side of it. Okay, I gave to you, so I'm gonna take it away from you.
Yeah.
All right. And that's when they're gonna really serve us in the kingdom of heaven, man.
That's right.
Okay, the role reversal is gonna come in a major way. Okay, where we're on top and they're gonna be at the bottom, and they're not gonna get no mercy, as the scriptures say. Right. You know?
And scriptures say, no mercy, but besides no mercy, do unto him double.
Double.
So double it.
Double. Yeah. Cause man, since this man came into power, everything is fucked up.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the morality of this place. Okay, the nations hate America. You know,
Damn, bro.
all over the years they've been burning flags and fucking beating up Donald Trump pinatas.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they got a Joe Biden
Oh,
ready
yeah.
to
They
get
got
smashed.
Biden with his big head. And shit. That dude got a cranium, bro.
You know what I mean? Hey, the
And
Lord,
he's slow though.
and he's slow.
I call him Slow Joe.
So
Joe Biden. Man.
so you know, hey, when because that's what they've been pushing in the media as a lately at a war.
Yeah.
You know, and then Joe Biden been puffed up speaking about Russia, okay, and China, or if China makes a move, they're going to be making basically a mistake. But see, the Lord gonna put the spirit on these other nations to clap down on the U.S., man.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was hoping a few years back when this nigga Trump Trump called, man. So you know how Kim Jong-un from North Korea, Prime Minister, was punking the shit out of Obama for like he was threatening this nigga, like he was flinching that nigga for years. You know what I'm saying? You know, you about to get into a fight with somebody and you flinch them, and they be ducking and shit. Because they scared you gonna hit them.
Yeah.
He been doing that to Obama for the whole term Obama was in office. This dude Trump getting there was like, oh really? I got a missile button. My button's bigger than yours. That shit North Korea set their ass down.
Yes.
Cause I was hoping like shit. Go ahead, slap the shit out of him. Go ahead and nuke their ass. Fuck North Korea up so we get this shit running. Let me get this thing popping. Cause it'll be a chain reaction because South Korea is America's ally.
Right.
And so they and North Korea punking South Korea for years.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so I was hoping, man, this dude Trump punked North Korea, bro. And I'm like, damn.
God.
Show you that it just wasn't the time yet.
Exactly. That's the whole point. It wasn't the
It just
time.
wasn't the time yet.
And they let you know the Most High had the angels playing on the minds of these people. They're not doing what they want to do.
Man, that's real.
You got the article? We can do the article.
Oh yeah, we can do the article. So
Unless you had a precept.
I would. It's okay. I'm gonna grab an article for the brother. I'm gonna give it back to the brother. So it's we be speaking.
Yeah, that's a spirit though.
So like, bro, let me get the article real fast. So this is an article from CBS News. It says more than 63,000 pounds of trash removed from one of the biggest accumulation of ocean plastic in the world.
Yeah, and there's these videos you can find on YouTube. They call them trash islands, where the currents basically lead trash from all throughout the four corners of Earth to these specific islands, and with it being in the heat all throughout the day, months and years, they literally form into an actual island to where people can literally walk on it.
Mm-hmm.
This is a prime example, one of many examples that Esau is not fit to rule. He does not care about this planet, to where he's always trying to say, oh, we need to, America, the world needs to come together and, reach throughout the stars and colonize other planets. When if they jack up this planet, what do you think they're going to do to the other one?
Right.
Make it inhabitable.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, shoot, matter of fact, I got a quick preset for you, bro.
Come.
I got a quick one for you. Let me grab it real fast. I think it's, what is it? Nahum 3:1.
Come.
Dang, if I could find it, if I could get to it real fast. Here it is. This is Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "Woe to the bloody city! It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not." You want to break it down?
And just going into it, it just goes to show you that this place is no good. It's just full of evil. It's full of darkness.
Yep. The scriptures call America a bloody city.
That's right.
Yep.
That was built it on rape, rob, and murder.
That's right.
Okay, and we're the prey that's here. So if America was built off of bloodshed, violence, extortion, robbery, Just imagine if they had access to gold somewhere else, because they want to escape what they're trying to bring here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They were trying to fly out of space. They want to go to another planet, but the Lord like hell no.
Nope.
Because they'll bring that witchcraft, that mischief to another planet.
Yeah.
They'll pollute that planet. It'll be a fucking McDonald's on the moon. A Starbucks on the moon. Okay, with and they'll be the air be polluted,
Trash everywhere.
trash everywhere, death all around. Because the scriptures speak about the soul that is in this man is not upright. So everything that he puts his hand to, okay, it's nothing but death. It's nothing but evil involved with it. Okay. Even the Lord said in Isaiah, matter of fact, can I get that too? Isaiah 20, let me see, 20. Isaiah 20, let me see. I'm in Isaiah. I think it says Isaiah 20, 26. Yeah, Isaiah 26 and 10. It says, let favor be shown to the wicked, all right? So the Heavenly Father has given favor to Esau, right? Because what? He's ruling. That's a part of him receiving that favor. But what did he do with the favor that the Lord given to him? Because remember, the Lord is the one who controls and sets up kings.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
What's that? Psalms.
In the kingdom of men.
He ruled in the kingdom of men. What's that? Psalms 75.
Yeah.
Can you grab that one real fast, Baba Kashaw? Psalm 75. The Lord set this man up. He promoted him. Okay. So as he promoted him and gave him power of the whole earth, look how he's been taking care of it, how he's been managing the earth. The animals are dying. All right. People are homeless. They sitting on gold. They got trillions and trillions of dollars. They can cure poverty with no problem and still have money.
Bro, Bill Gates has enough money. Just him. This is one person.
Yeah.
And he can give every soul on the earth $100, and he still be a billionaire.
See?
That's just one Edomite.
Yeah.
And he's not even a trillionaire. He's just a billionaire, bro.
It's greedy and evil.
Greedy.
They have more than a heart can desire.
Right.
So you want the Psalms right now?
Yeah, you get that Psalms right now.
It's Psalm 75:7. But the Most High is the judge. He put it down one and set it up another.
See? So the Most High is the one who establishes the rulers of the earth. Okay? So this is the reason that this man is in power is because the Lord wanted this man to be in power. Okay? And look how he's been treating the earth since he's been in power. They even have a little cartoon that brothers use for their videos to where it's an Edomite going through the earth, putting up factories, causing fog pollution, causing pollution in the water where animals is drinking and dying from. You know what I mean? It's all, like the brother mentioned, all type of oil spills, radiation, light pollution. It's all these different types of terminologies for pollution that's in the world. And it's all because of shit that this man been creating over time to make money. Like, there was no such thing as plastic, period.
Oh, man.
In the earth. That's something new. Plastic.
They finding plastic particles in fish now.
Because that shit, what it does is it breaks down in the water and turns into microscopic pieces where they're just eating it.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, before there was plastic, we were using glass.
Right.
Glass is a natural, it comes from the earth, it comes from sand.
That's
Right.
So,
That's right.
like, that's what you want to put. This plastic leaks chemicals in whatever you put in it.
Right.
You got to get a BPA-free plastic container.
I know, right? BP, what the fuck?
And, and we don't even know if that's real. That could be some shit.
They just put on there.
Yeah, Esau create something like gluten-free. Now everything is gluten-free. Like, so you can tell me you was putting gluten in this shit?
Right.
Like, that's
Or to add on to your point, silver, gold, copper cups.
Mm-hmm.
These actual metals, they're actually good for the body.
Yeah.
They got what you call colloidal silver, colloidal gold, all right, which you can take as a supplement to cure diseases in your body.
That's right.
Yep.
These are pure metals. Okay,
they electrify the body.
They electrify the body. All right,
it gives it charge. Because the electrical current that our bodies have resonate with metals from the earth.
Right,
because we come from the earth.
See. But this motherfucker got to drinking out of plastic bottles. And then your bottle all contaminated. That shit got them rainbow colors through it. And that shit might have came out the refrigerator and you like, this shit good. They never even had good water before out of a good source. Even the water that we drink is recycled water. You know what I mean? They have like they have all these different brands, but then it's all comes from pretty much the same factories, and they have like they work in the same place with their own label on the waters.
And from what I heard from the research I did, if you go to a store and you get the bottles that have the white caps or blue caps, that's recyclable. That's reused water. It can be toilet water. It can be any type of source of water that they purify. But the ones with the red tops are like spring water, like fresh water.
Wow.
I don't know how true that is, but that's just part of the research I did.
Yeah.
Because he has to recycle the water because he's damaging the water supply.
Right.
And then it's like when the scripture when it talks about someone's infrastructure. Someone's infrastructure is just not their bridges, their dams, not just their freeways and their buildings and stuff, but also your electricity. Like, you know how all these anything you see that lit up, you have electricians that come and they lay down conduit and electrical wires. These wires, some of these places, the wires ain't been changed since the 50s.
Right.
And same thing with the pipes for the water source.
Right.
That's why we can't drink fresh water. It's lead in the water because you got these old rusted pipes.
That's right.
He don't even change out none of that.
Right.
It's like instead of going through the earth re-piping and re-changing, we're just gonna come with this bottled water supply.
Problem solved.
Yeah, there it is right there. Just make everybody buy bottled water, and it's profit for us. Like,
yeah, I got a little more on this Isaiah 26:10. It says, "Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord." It's on you, back on you, bro.
You're just going into, like the brothers were saying, like you go up in the store, there's a divide of food where you got organic versus whatever that other row of food is. You got organic bananas, you got traditional, and it's like all of it should be organic. Why is it that I gotta choose between one or the other?
It's crazy, man.
This place is backwards. It's no good. And for Jakes that want to hold on to this place, then die with this place.
Yeah, well, you know what? I got another one for you, bro. So you said that, what is it? Isaiah 29:16? 29:16?
Turning things upside down. Yep, that's it.
This is Isaiah chapter 29, verse 16. It says, "Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the things framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding?"
You can't keep second guessing and saying, is the white man the devil? Yes, he is. How much more proof do you need? Just look at the state of the planet.
Right.
He can't come through and act like the Most High made a mistake.
Right.
The Most High made you that way. He made you that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Why has he made me thus? Because you're the wicked. He made you the wicked. And he's gonna have you do all kind of wicked stuff, and then you're gonna be taken down.
Right.
You can't say the Most High didn't have understanding. You don't have understanding.
Right. Because the serpent, which he beguiled Eve, right? That's what we dealing with.
That's right.
Okay, the same person from the garden, same spirit. Now he just became a dragon. And a lot of you Eves, a lot of you women.
Now he's in a lot more Eve's ears.
Right.
I had just one of y'all before. I got all y'all.
Right. And a lot of you women, you don't even realize when it comes down to your children, right? first before you have your children, he tells you, makes up all types of shit like, oh well, you need to,
we gotta stick your baby.
we gotta stick your baby,
Right,
we
you
gotta
think
we
that
gotta cut your baby out because it's this problem. You know what I mean? He put in a fucking epidural needle in your spine and shit.
Man.
Now you all fucked up. Then we gotta make sure your baby don't have hepatitis.
Mm-hmm.
Baby about 3 days old. It got 3 shots already.
Right. You gotta make sure the baby don't get blood clots. You gotta get the special K shot. You women have been really beguiled by the serpent, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is a part of his philosophies and his lies that he's pushed, and a lot of you women still believe it. And then on top of that, you're so doped up off the drugs. You know, you're selling your baby off at birth.
Signing anything.
With the birth certificate.
A lot of us are
Slavery.
corporate slaves because the birth certificates that our parents signed when we were born. Really, the woman. That's why they don't even really have the man in the room.
Yeah.
They let the woman do it. Okay. And she don't even spell the father name right. Might spell your last name wrong. And she signed you right on the way.
Mm-hmm. God dang. And the funny thing is about it, the 360 evilness of this devil is the fact that, yeah, you telling a woman, oh, we need to get these vaccinations for your baby so they won't have this and that, all these different complications. Well, you don't want to cause these complications by the type of diet that you push out there, what you put in the food supply, the water supply, the air. Yeah, of course they're gonna have these complications. We didn't have these complications in the ancient world, in the biblical times. Why? Because we didn't have this devil doing all the wicked stuff he's doing.
Yep.
Women gave natural births then. They gave natural births without pain medication.
Right.
It was just, you know what I'm saying? Right there, they might be in a pool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, that's
drop
spirit.
it. You know,
spirit.
Time.
They have water birthing, and that's real popular amongst women if you look into it. And they also have it to where some women do it in the ocean.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where dolphins even like
the dolphins help induce the labor, and so she can have the. Man, that's just wild, bro. When I saw that, one with nature though. You know what I mean? It's like, and we come through the waters. That's why a woman's water breasts before she give birth. You know, so like, and you can't say, oh, when a baby comes out, a baby haven't had a breath anyway.
Right.
Until it comes out of the water, until you come out. So you can have that water birth and bring the baby out. You know what I'm saying? And you give him a little love tap, make sure he cry, make sure everything's functioning, he's feeling, he got sensation. Right. Then you have a natural birth there.
It puts less stress on the woman and the baby.
Right, but if you want to do something like that now, what you think they're gonna charge you? $500,000. You know what I mean? Oh, I can't afford that. And then even the circumcision, bro. That's even him.
Oh man.
You know, just to get circumcised. A lot of brothers got to deal with not even being circumcised because parents ain't got the money to do it. You know what I mean? Esau the fucking devil, man.
That's crazy. So this devil will make it to where you have to pay, you know what I'm saying? I think the cheapest I've ever heard a circumcision was like $600.
That's crazy.
You know, like, but yeah, you get free abortions.
Free.
These are Planned Parenthood, and they cut the baby out you and suck the baby out with a vacuum, but they won't cut a man's foreskin off,
man,
for free.
Bro, that's real. I got a quick one, bro. This is Jeremiah chapter 13, verse 23. It says, "Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil."
Yep. Which they can't. An Ethiopian can't change his skin, and a leopard can't change his spots. So one that's accustomed to doing evil cannot do good. They will always do evil.
Right.
If they do anything that seems to be good, it's an evil plot behind it.
Man, that's real, bro. Yeah, it's on you, brother.
Okay. Let's read a little more of that article.
Read a little bit more of the article. I got you. Go back to it right now. Okay, it says back in the article, it says CBS News. It says in the Pacific Ocean between Hawaii and California floats a massive collection of debris that has long been accumulating trash, from fishing nets to microplastics known to be harmful to the marine environment for years. Researchers said it might not be possible to remove the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, but now one nonprofit is proving them wrong. In July, the Ocean Cleanup, which has been developing a system to help clean up the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, took its first large-scale cleanup system called System 002, or Jenny, to the Pacific. They conducted a series of tests over the course of 12 weeks, each one consistent of the system being taken offshore to safely gather plastic from the ocean.
And you see with that, you got these organizations out there that are creating these types of machines and devices to try to clean up the ocean, but they're not making a dent. Right. Because as soon as they clean that one patch, there's another patch coming right after, and it's just a continuous cycle because he does not care about this planet. He just cares about filling his own belly, to where he wants to take his destructive behavior and destructive, lifestyle and take it somewhere else. But the Lord's not going to allow that.
Yeah, that's why this motherfucker got to get taken out the way.
That's right.
Honestly, the damn devil need to be taken out of power, man.
That's right.
Because the earth would be a better place without him in it, period.
That's right.
That's why we praying to the Lord. How long? How long, Lord? Matter of fact, can I get that real fast? This is Psalms, because we care about the planet. We want to enjoy the planet. Matter of fact, the planet was created for our sakes.
That's right.
So we want to, why this motherfucker destroying the planet, we trying to enjoy it. But we can't, because this guy right here messing it up. That's why we need Yahweh Shai to come, man. So that way we can enjoy the planet which is created for our sakes. This is Psalms chapter 94, verse 1. It says, O Lord, power to whom vengeance belongeth, O power to whom vengeance belongeth, show thyself. Lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth. This is what we're praying for, that the Heavenly Father send back Yahweh Shai to bring vengeance on this man, to take him out of his power. Okay? It says, render a reward to the proud. And who's the most proudest? Esau, Edom. This nigga think that he is God. He like, well, I got the people of the Most High. I'm about to create this chip. I'm about to fulfill my new world order, and ain't nobody gonna stop me. You better think again. The Lord say, your enterprise is gonna fail, my man.
Right. The Lord say he's sitting in the heavens and laughing.
He laughing at you. God damn it. He only gonna let you go so far, because the Lord is a two-edged sword. He using you, all right, because you're his hammer. All right, he want to get wicked Jake that don't want to turn back to Yahweh Shai Shai. Right. Okay, he gonna allow you to chip the masses of the people, and bring that hell. Okay, but then the Lord gonna get you. That's right. You're not gonna go unforgotten for all the things that you have done. Remember, you got history on top of history of violence toward the Lord's chosen people, and what you did to the planet Earth, and blasphemy and disrespecting Yahweh Shai Shai at the same time. Yep. Okay? You got to pay for all that. So the Lord's going to render vengeance on you when he sends back Yahweh Shai, and the Lord going to get you. He going to hit you in the sweet spot.
That's right. Yep. That's right.
It says, render a reward to the proud. How long shall the wicked triumph? And it's not in the times that we're living in, it's not going to be long. Right. Because we really are right there at the door. All right, we're literally right there at the door. They getting ready to play the blame game. Okay, they're already cutting the supplies short. They're getting ready to squeeze the hell out these people. They're about to juice the hell out these people, make them bend to their knees.
Yep. And then they're gonna have people gonna have to. They're gonna continue juicing them with the booster.
With the boosters. Right. Shit crazy with the they're literally creating a new way of living. And then they induce the people to be comfortable with this what's that, universal income, right? And getting this free money. Yep. And then what are they doing? They're moving in their robots into the warehouses, into the workforces
Yep.
to remove.
Was
I don't.
making your value extinct.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
you ain't gonna be needed.
You ain't needed.
He like, we got the robots, we got the AI technology.
Yeah.
What do we need you for?
Right. A lot of you people don't even know you've been set up.
You barely see any cashiers at the cashiers because it's all self checkout now.
Right. Right. Self checkouts. You know, they got that one robot in fucking Walmart.
Oh yeah.
But that's the technocracy type of spirit is in the air where they want to rule this world by technology, and they want to just have total domination, total control, man. Okay, so what you think is next after this potion is the chip.
That's right.
To put the cherry on top of things. Okay, and once they introduce that chip to the world like on a mandatory scale, that's when this place is going to really get hit hard, because that's the trying of our times right there.
That's right.
To test us all, where guess what? The elect, the remnant, are going to be the ones that are going to stand stiffly against it, and then the rest that take it, they're going to be burnt by fire. Missile food, which means that World War III can happen, which means that Yahushua can come.
That's right.
You know, because the elect are not going to get burnt up in this place. All right, Yahushua is coming to save the remnant, man.
That's right.
So we don't have that much longer. I just want to make that point, though.
Yeah, I was trying to find this.
Which one?
I was trying to find this this little video clip of how, because even though he's doing that on the water, but on land, not only is he fracking in land, but he's basically snatching out the trees.
Oh yeah.
With
Yeah.
you know the base, what they call it? What's it called?
Artificial.
No, like where they're cutting down all the trees.
Like in Brazil.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
So,
Deforestation.
Deforestation. That's
Deforestation.
it. Yeah, he's doing that, bro. I seen a video of how he does it.
Mm-hmm.
He has this big ass it's like this big ass machine that comes around and it wraps. It goes on both sides of the tree, and there's a blade that just like, and within seconds it lifts the whole tree up.
Damn.
Then it slides up, breaking all the branches.
Yeah.
Just slides down the thing and it cuts it, and it cuts it and make it. I'm like, yo, this. How demonic can you do? How can you be to do something like that with your technology? Like, to know that you can build something like that, bro. Bro, they chopping down trees by the hundreds, bro. By the hundreds in an hour. Like, they just coming through, just snatching trees and just. And then he's not even he's even smart enough to know not to pull it out by the root.
Right.
So it's just a bunch of forest out there with a bunch of stubs,
man,
like tree stubs,
man.
Which came through and just chopped down all these trees. Like, god damn.
We need the trees for oxygen.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah,
the trees are oxygen.
That's right.
And it helps cleanse the air.
Yep.
That's right.
I got a preset for you. To back what you're saying. This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 4. It says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased? The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. Damn. It says, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us.
Yeah, so basically, when the kingdom is established, that we won't have deforestation.
Nope.
We won't have that. Trees will be able to flourish and grow on all planets.
Right.
Because you got to know, we're going to have access to the whole universe.
Right.
So the trees will rejoice because Esau won't be cutting the trees down.
Right.
No fillers will come. Fillers will come up against us because they will be able to what? They will be able to exist without destruction. Because that's
Right.
what he's doing. He's destroying the earth by doing that. The
Right.
Most High. The Most High is the one. Like you got to be a. You got to be a real dumb fuck to not believe in the Most High. If you're an atheist
Right.
or you believe in evolution, the Most High is such an intelligent power. Everything of creation has a purpose.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
And it works in unison with one. So when you come and you're disrupting the life cycle of things, then you're basically that makes you fully an antichrist
Yep.
because you're coming up against the intelligence that formulated everything.
Right. Right. You have trees that you cut down and use for particular, like housing,
Yep,
certain wood for particular things. And then,
redwood and oak and all this.
right, wood that have pleasant smells.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
The cedar.
the cedar.
Cedar has cedar wood, sandalwood.
Right, sandalwood. That's another one.
You know,
These called, when you burn them, they have certain smells that cause joy and that have benefits to them. Okay, that's very therapeutic. Okay, but and then you also have trees that you don't cut, which what gives us life because they produce what fruit.
yep.
Okay, things that we eat. Also, a part of our law is that when we gather what we need, we will leave 10% to the poor.
Yep, to the poor and needy.
To the needy. Okay, but what does Esau do? He don't care about the poor and the needy. You know what I'm saying?
What he does is he takes taxes from people and he puts forth what is called his welfare system.
Right.
But his welfare system, you're not getting the full amount that he's taking from people's taxes.
Right.
He's taking a cut.
Right.
So so he benefits off the poor because of the poor needing that help. He takes from the working class,
Yep.
keeps a percentage for himself, and then gives the poor the leftovers.
Right.
This is fair. There's this video that came out a couple weeks ago, which they do it on a daily. It was in New York, and it was a little side market on the side of the street. Because they didn't have the proper license, they just threw out all this perfectly good fruits and vegetables in the trash. The police showed up, to where it just goes to show you that if Esau doesn't get a cut, you can't sell
Exactly.
a product.
You got to go through his. You got to get a license from him in order to do business, and that's how it was. It was never like that in the ancient biblical time.
Yeah.
If you had a trade, or you had if you was a farmer, your kids were farmers.
Right.
Your wife helped out with the farming.
Right.
And they would gather what they what their land produced and go to the marketplace.
Right.
And then you would put on display for sale.
Exactly.
Right.
Paul was a tent maker. He would make tents. He would go to the market and he would sell his tents.
Exactly.
You know, or he would sell or he would like get an agreement with somebody. Okay, I'll build you a tent.
Right.
You know, if you have a plot of land, I'll build you a tent.
Right.
And it's crazy because that goes hand in hand with carpentry.
Right. Exactly.
And you know, you have masonry where you have, you know, they would make, you know, things out of cement. You know, back then it was probably a lot of what's that word? Like you make a vase, like you mold and shaping pottery.
Oh, pottery, yeah, pottery.
Yeah. So you had these things, and the pottery is a natural way to like ever have plants and things like vases and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that's how you do things. We didn't have plastic back then.
Nah.
This devil comes and he just ruins everything. You know, the natural order. That's why the scriptures say all the earth is out of course.
Right. I got a quick one for you. This is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 1. It says, "Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee."
You know, just go to show you that Esau, when he goes and pursues, he goes, so I can. When he goes and pursues of trying to, go throughout the four corners of the earth and just continues to just take over and take over, there's a recompense. I'm trying to look for the word. There's a consequence to when he goes throughout the four corners and brings his destruction.
And then also he's going to be, you can line that up with Galatians 6 and 7. He's going to reap what he sowed.
That's right.
Because he he's paying back people treacherously that didn't deal treacherously with him.
Right.
So if and that goes on all different types of levels.
All different levels.
Like if you go in and like his interest, and how he add taxes and fees to every goddamn
that
thing.
Shit wicked, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's just him capitalizing on other people's misfortunes.
Right. And then we working these long ass hours, right? We should get paid that day.
That's right.
But then let's say you working these long hours, okay, you're making a certain amount of money. Well, the longer hours that you work, the overtime that you work, you enter into a different tax bracket, a higher tax bracket. So guess what? So that's more that they're gonna take from you. And it's like, motherfucker, I'm already struggling.
Right.
I'm already living paycheck to paycheck. God damn it, I barely survive. You doggy paddling. You trying to keep your nose up, you breathe. Yep. That's
the more
us.
You make, the more he take.
Right. Everybody's in debt. It's crazy how you got a whole nation in debt.
Yeah.
Everybody's in debt. College loans, student loans, credit card loans.
Even through the midst of a pandemic, he passes a law to suspend the requirements to people paying rent.
Right.
And then, but he puts it's like a grace period.
Mm-hmm.
So you're really not helping people, because as people go further along, their circumstances don't change.
Right.
So then when the date comes that you set forth that you're not covered, okay, from this point on, you got to pay rent again.
Right.
And now all these people got to pay back pay. They lose their fucking place.
Oh, yeah. Thousands of
dollars. They ain't paid rent in 6 months.
Man.
And you call yourself helping a person? But now they got to what? Pay that back from 6 months work, go back 6 months and pay it all, and then they want it all in a lump sum. Not that he could easily throw it on the back end,
right,
and be like, you know what, those past 6 months, we're gonna add that to your lease.
Yeah,
and we're gonna stretch your lease up 6 more months,
right?
So we can recoup that,
right?
But he doesn't do that. Like, if a person's circumstance ain't changed, what you expect to change in 6 months?
Right, because you know what, even in the scriptures, right, the scriptures speak about how we would do particular things. If we had like a person that was low, he will become a man's servant, right?
Yeah, he will work for him.
He will work for a certain amount of years to get what on his feet, to be prosperous, to get out of the debt that he's in. Okay, Esau doesn't allow us to work for a certain amount of time, and then for us to be to make it to where we're on a better level, you know what I mean? So where we can have land.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about how it's supposed to be versus how he is. Right. Because what happened with to back you up, that was the circumstance with Jacob. Right. Jacob worked 7 years for his debt for Leah, and then worked another 7 years to get Rachel, which he was really intending to work for Rachel. Yeah. But was it Laban? He didn't want to give up Rachel first. She was the oldest daughter. Tricked his ass. Yeah. So, but he put in the 14 years. Okay, well, I'm getting both of y'all in. Right. But what did the Most High have happen? He had to give this man cattle. Right. And had to give him, provisions, because he did work. It wasn't just for the possession of his wives, but also the Most High made sure that he went away with something where he can have substance to start a family. You know what I mean? Like there used to be programs out there where you can, like, when you coming out of high school, you can graduate high school with a trade. Right. And then you can go in and work for a company because you had a trade. They took all these programs
Gone.
out of the high school so they can push forth college.
Right.
So the agenda for college and another way to get you financially in debt, and also to put their doctrine and their philosophy on people, to making people think, oh, this is the American dream. You got to go this route. They used to have refineries and factories that people, soon as you get a high school diploma, you go down right there and work. Your whole family worked at the refinery or worked at the factories. You know, whether it was a logistics factories, whether it was automotive factories.
And they got some of those still, running in a lot of red states, but a lot of that's disappearing.
Yeah, and not only that, but just like they redlined with buying property.
Yep.
They did the same thing with hiring. They don't hire you jakes like that. They don't hire jakes out there like that for those positions.
Man,
A lot of them is taken up man, especially at the docks, bro. Like being a longshoreman, that was bank. You come straight out of high school and work down at the get on as a longshoreman. They were starting you off at $26 an hour, and that was in the 90s.
Man, damn.
Going into the early 2000s.
Man.
But now them docks is dry right now because Esau. That's what Esau doing right now.
Right. I got a scripture to back you up. This is Deuteronomy 15:1. It says, "At the end of every 7 years, thou shalt make a release, and this is the manner of the release: every creditor that lendeth aught unto his neighbor shall release it. He shall not exact it of his neighbor or of his brother, because it is called the Lord's release."
Right, which is known as also the Jubilee. You have a 7-year release from debt, which he still does that.
Right.
After 7 years, you got something on your credit, you're no longer liable to that debt, and it can be released. But these creditors, these bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, they don't just take it off.
Nah,
you gotta go and request it to be removed. Which means if you don't know to do that, then you sitting there with that debt still sitting on there haunting you.
Right, because they don't teach you about that. That's not stuff we learn in school.
Yep.
They don't teach us about shit like they don't teach us the law and teach us about shit like that. Esau hides this stuff from us so that way we can't be proficient in his society.
Right.
That's why they got all these different layman terms. You know what I mean? Which it's all nonsense, because you got to really sit there and study and go to a certain college to do that, if you even have the resource to do it. And a lot of Jakes don't. Jakes come from the hood or come from the vadios, you know what I mean? And we don't have the proper resources and tools to be able to do that. So you know what a lot of Jakes do? They take the easy route. Niggas, the hood is all I know. You know what I mean? I've been on the block all my life.
And then you have what is called like a 50-year jubilee, where you're supposed to be, after 50 years, you're supposed to be able to wipe out all existing debt.
Yeah.
Like basically a refresh, like the scriptures say, where you don't have no, like a creditor can't, they do a background check or a credit check on you, they won't see anything.
Right.
So nothing can haunt you, because what he has with his credit, and this is stuff, these are tricks and secrets that the rich, that they say the rich stay richer, because they share the secrets amongst themselves, and then the needy and the poor don't know these tricks, so they can't take advantage of it. But through social media, this stuff is starting to really come out now. People are starting to share these different people starting to share these different what do you call it, secrets.
That's like the huge boom with the whole stock, with people getting into stocks, because they've been trying to keep it secret that anybody can just put a couple dollars in, and through the course of time they can build up. And the stock market and Wall Street, they lost their mind, because regular people were making money doing the same things they've been doing for the longest time.
Now it's coming out that what the rich do is they'll take out a life insurance policy and borrow money against that policy, and it doesn't mess with their debt.
Reading on, it says, "Of a foreigner thou mayest exact it again, but that which is thine with thine brother, thy hand shall release. It says, save when there shall be no poor among you, for the Lord shall greatly bless thee in the land which the Lord thy power giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it. Only if thou carefully hearken unto the voice of thy Lord thy power to observe to do all these commandments which I command thee this day. It says, for the Lord thy power blesses thee as he has promised thee, and thou shalt lend unto many nations, but thou shalt not borrow, and thou shalt reign over many nations, but they shall not reign over thee. If there be among you a poor man of one of thy brethren with I got it. Yeah, I got it. Within any of thy gates in thy land, which the Lord thy power giveth thee, thou shalt not harden thine heart, nor shut thine hand from thy poor brother, but thou shalt open thy hand wide unto him, and shall surely lend him sufficient for his need, is that which he wanteth. Beware that there be not a thought in thy wicked heart, saying, the 7th year, the year of release is at hand, and thine eye be evil against the poor brother, and thou givest him not, and he cry unto the Lord against thee, and it be sin unto thee. So you're supposed to follow these laws.
Right.
Okay? We had laws how we govern ourselves, but do these laws be exacted here?
But the Bible's supposed to be the law of the land.
Right. It's supposed to be the rock of the land.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Esau supposed to uphold these laws. He's supposed to make sure that we able to be released, we able to get out of debt. You know what I'm saying? And if we have these burdens that we make enough money in order for us to be financially secure, you know, which really real money is not the dollar bill. Real money is substance, like land, cattle, a vineyard, produce. You know what I'm saying? That's real money, because it's a necessity, it's a need, it's something that you could trade, it's something that you can give to somebody else. Like say if you do a bartering system, it's something that you could trade to somebody else in exchange of what you don't have. You know, and it's life.
That's right.
You have a ranch, you have different animals on your ranch. It's constantly producing, so you constantly have a revenue. You have produce that grow throughout the certain year, vegetables, fruits. Well, it's constantly producing. You have a generation of these things, but we don't have that here.
Yeah, especially back in the day, they didn't want to have any type of Jake farmers, passing down to their descendants, to have that, that I'm trying to think of the word. Basically, have have a safe place to where the descendants, like the children,
right,
they'll be set for life, with
right,
enough, currency and things like that.
Right, exactly. Let me jump down real fast to verse 12. It says, and if thy brother, a Hebrew man or an Hebrew woman, be sold unto thee and serve thee 6 years, then in the 7th year thou shalt let him go free from thee, and when thou sendest him out free from thee, thou shalt not let him go away empty.
Yep.
So you're supposed to make sure that we establish. But what do they do here? They say, oh, we gonna raise the what they call that, the minimum wage. But as they're raising the minimum wage, the price of living goes up.
Right. Yeah. They allow the whatever industry people are in,
right,
to charge more for their products and services. They can charge more for rent. Everything increases with the raising of that.
Right.
So what does that mean? That means the cost of living has just went up.
The cost of living went up.
And it's predicated on the minimum wage.
See? That shit wicked, bro. Look what else what it says. Verse 14. It says, thou shalt furnish him liberally out of thy flock, and out of thy floor, and out of thy winepress, of that wherewith the Lord thy power have blessed thee, thou shalt give unto him. And thou shalt remember that thou wast a bondman in the land of Egypt, and the Lord thy power redeemed thee. Therefore I have commanded thee this thing this day. I think it's verse 17. And it shall be, if he say unto thee, I will not go away from thee, because he loveth thee, and thine house, because he is well with thee, then thou shalt take an awl and thrust it through his ear unto the door, and he shall be thy servant forever. And also unto thy maidservant thou shalt do likewise. And that's what he want. He want Esau want a perpetual slaves.
Yeah.
Because really he want the minds of the people, man. He don't want you to go away. So you know he ain't gonna tell you, oh, I'm a Hebrew Edomite.
Right.
I'm supposed to let you go.
Right.
Nah, he wanna stick that microchip inside you, and he wanted to convince you that you need to love this society. You don't need to go free. You know what I mean? You're good where you at. And the majority of people what in these times? They love it here.
Yeah.
They want to be here, you know? They don't want to get away from this place because really they're not seers, they're not prophets. The Lord didn't give them the vision. The Lord really blinded these people.
Right.
Because we have a vision seeing past this place that this is not our rest, man.
This place is temporary.
You know, this man that is ruling, he's evil as hell. He oppresses us on the daily, okay? And we need to get the hell up out of here, because in the kingdom of heaven, we're not going to have to worry about financial burdens, woman problems, not being able to see your children. We're not going to have to worry about curses. You know, the curse is going to be put on the other nations.
That's right.
Okay? We're not going to worry about those things.
I have that Galatians.
Oh, the 6.
This is Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
I get Colossians 3 and 25.
Come.
This devil, he's a fleshly man, so he doesn't consider the recompense. You know, just like him selling his birthright. Sure. He didn't care at the time what it meant. Right. You know, he just knew that he wanted to eat.
Right.
He felt he was going to perish. What does this birthright profit me?
You got that Colossians art?
And so what he did was he just sold his birthright. It wasn't his to have anyway.
Right.
Because the prophecy was for it to go to Jacob.
Right.
But that was just a solidification and also showing that how this man is carnal.
Exactly.
But you got it.
This is Colossians chapter 3, verse 25. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done, and there is no respect of persons.
Right. The Most High ain't gonna be a respected person, like our brother Ira said. Isaac, aka Yahweh Shai, gave you that blessing, and he's gonna be the one that's gonna bring you down. He's the one that's gonna take that away from you, you know, and everything and all that you've established. Because make no mistake about it, this is Esau's empire. Yeah. And it is an empire.
Right.
You know, whether there's certain Edomites that are separated and against each other or not, this is his time to rule.
That's right, bro.
And it's up for grabs, just like with Alexander the Greek.
Yep.
He didn't announce a king to reign in his stead. Right. What he did was he gave power to all 4 generals and said, whichever one you got the most might, fight and take the kingdom.
Take it.
And that's what's going on right now in Esau's kingdom.
Yep.
You have the Rothschilds, the elites, and then you have Russia.
Yeah.
They're not with each other. They 2 Edomites and they going against each other.
Yep.
You know, and so forth throughout the earth. But if this was a righteous kingdom and righteous setup, this empire would be in unison with one another. They wouldn't be at each other's throat. They would be working together.
Right.
When King Solomon reigned, he didn't have another tribe that was plotting to take him down.
Nope.
We were all one people, and that was the last time any righteousness dwelt on this earth.
That's right. It was all peace. I got one for you. This is James chapter 2, verse 13. It says, for he shall have judgment without mercy, that have shown no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment. Want to break it down?
So, like, read it again.
James 2 and 13. It says, for he shall have judgment without mercy, that have shown no mercy.
Right. So the judgment that Esau's going to receive is no mercy, because he hasn't shown anyone mercy.
None.
He's just shown what? Death, destruction to everybody.
Yep.
even his own people. So since you didn't display any type of mercy, mercy won't be displayed upon you, just judgment.
That's right. It reads, it says, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment.
God. Then that's right. That's righteous. That's we live with a righteous power, and the Most High is gonna always righteousness is always with the Most High. So when something happens to somebody, they can feel a certain way about it, but all the works of the Most High is exceedingly good.
Exceedingly good. That's
So
right,
it's all for a purpose. So Edomites can't say, like the brother read Isaiah 14:21, the descendants of the Edomites can't say, like I had nothing to do with that, or why do I got to be judged for that? No,
right.
You got to be judged for that.
Yeah,
right.
you are your forefathers, goddammit.
I got a scripture on that.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. He
Beautiful.
that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints.
Right. The patience and the faith of the saints is that this devil goes down by the way he been taking people down.
That's right.
You been killing people with the sword's coming back your way.
Big payback.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. James Brown style.
That's right.
Man. Yeah, that judgment is gonna be like a boomerang. That shit gonna fly around and come right back into your ass, but it's gonna hit you right in the head.
That's right.
You ain't gonna catch that boomerang comfortably, all right? And that's why, man, he's panicking right now. He's afraid because he knows that what we're saying is the truth. And he knows it. He got all his observatories, he got all his different people watching, seeing that the chariots is revealing himself, all the different signs that are going on. He wishes that he can upset prophecy, but he can't. You know what I mean? And what is prophesied to happen? That once this man starts eating and sitting back, trying to fill his belly, how is Shai gonna put his foot in his ass, man?
That's right.
And he gonna allow us to exact vengeance on this man for all the injustice that he has done to the nation of Israel, man. Okay? Well, Yahweh Shai getting the top payback first. All right? That's what's gonna happen. That's how we gonna be able to subdue this man, because of Yahweh Shai coming to put this man in his proper place.
That's right.
I got a scripture for you, bro.
Come on.
This is Jeremiah 49:12. It says, for thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. The Lord said you're surely going to drink of that cup.
Yep.
We drunk of it. And the scriptures say,
the dregs, man, you gonna drink the dregs out of that cup.
Yep, with the bitterness of it. And our punishment is becoming accomplished now. All right, we at the end of our punishment with this man going down, and we being uplifted, okay, rising to the top, which will have dominion forever, a real sovereignty, okay, where everything will flow in perfectness for us.
Right.
Right, everything's gonna be good for us. While we get the other nations for 1,000 years, man, payback time. Rightfully so. Okay.
That's right.
It reads on, it says, for I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Basra shall become a desolation. Okay. And in this right now, because Basra is the capital of Edom. So America will be like the capital of Edom today. Okay. And this place will be a desolation.
That's right.
Because the Lord wants this place to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles. Matter of fact, bro, can you go to Isaiah 13 and maybe start at 19? I believe it's 13 and 19. Yeah, start there. Because it tell you that America's days will not be prolonged. Okay, it's a set time that this place will fall, and that time that it's gonna fall that same day. And the Heavenly Father knows that day, but we could tell through the Spirit we're getting close. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 19. In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans, excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right. So we see how wicked this place is. All right. They created inventions to where men and women can actually have sex changes. That's above what they were doing in Sodom and Gomorrah, you know, and they were doing foul and 50 acts then. Okay, you know, so the Lord is about to bring that same energy to Sodom and that he did to Sodom and Gomorrah, but he gonna bring it to America on a whole nother level. Okay, we talking about millions of missiles hitting Babylon, hitting America. All right, this bitter ass place that's full of confusion. Go ahead.
Verse 20, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation.
This place will never be inhabited. Once it's hit, this place will never be inhabited again. Okay? Go ahead.
Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there.
Ain't gonna be no businesses going on. It ain't gonna be nobody over here. Just like how the Lord did Sodom and Gomorrah. It's what's the material that's there? It's solidified sulfur. All right, highly combustible. You put a flame to it. That's what America's gonna get ready to be.
That's right.
A desert place. Nothing's gonna grow here.
Left as an example of how not to rule a kingdom.
Right. Go ahead.
It says, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant places. And her time is near to come, and her day shall not be prolonged.
And her days shall not be prolonged. Okay? America's days are not going to be prolonged.
That's right.
All right? That was it on that. Let me read this back. Verse 13, Jeremiah 49 and 13. It says, for I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse. And all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. Okay? This place is going to be a perpetual waste. Forever.
That's right.
Throughout all the ages. That's just what we just read in Isaiah. Okay? This is the vision that Yahweh Shemel Shai has given to the prophets. And we can see this clearly. Right. And these things must come to pass in order for the earth to be at rest. This man has to go down. He's not, like the script, like you titled it, bro. He's not fit to rule. Right. He is an unjust king. People are fat. People are, homoed out. You know what I mean?
People sick, mentally and physically.
That's right.
Yeah.
People don't have hope.
Nope.
They don't have no
type of hope. That was it for me. I don't know if y'all both had anything.
They just existing. Oh, I got one more. This is Revelations chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Yep. And he knows that his end is near, to where he's trying to take out as many people as possible, to where when he comes with the MLTB, the masses of the people are going to take it, but the elect, they're going to reject it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I don't
know if you brothers had anything else.
Nah, you can close it.
And with that, we want to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash.
Double honors to apostles, elders, and Akim Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect of Yasharallah throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom.
Shalom, Akim.